Welcome to all of my first grade friends. My name is Mrs. Potts and I'm a certified teacher in the state of Tennessee. Today we're going to talk about math. Specifically, we're going to talk about building numbers, and we're going to use a math tool called a Reckon Rec. This is what a Reckon Rec looks like. Some beads are on the top, some beads are on the bottom, and we can move the beads around. That's how we can build numbers. What are you noticing about the beads? Some of the beads are red, some of the beads are green. How many beads do you see on the top and the bottom? Yes, there are 10 beads on the top and 10 beads on the bottom. We can count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you notice how I moved my beads from the right to the left when I counted? Yes, that's what we're going to do today. And there are 10 beads on the bottom. You want to count those as well? Let's do that together. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, there are 10 beads on the bottom. So, here's what we know. There are 10 beads on the top. There are 10 beads on the bottom. That makes 20 beads altogether. So now we're going to make some combinations of numbers. Let's start with combinations of 10. So let's move all 10 beads over to the left. How many beads are now on the left? Yes, 10 beads are over on the left. Let's make the number 15. If I wanted to make the number 15, how could I do that? By moving some of my beads that are on the bottom. I could move 5 beads over. Let's do that together. I moved over 5 beads. Now, how many beads do I have in all? Yes, I have 15. Our Reckon Rec is showing the number 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's right. I'm going to make a magic number and see if you can tell me what number I make. And here's some of you counting. Now what are you noticing? How many beads do we have on the top row? 10. That did not change. How many beads do we have on the bottom row? 8. You're right, there are 8 beads on the bottom row. So now how many beads do we have altogether? 18. That's right, 10 and 8 more is 18. How did you figure out 18? Oh, I heard some of you say you used your counting on strategy. So you started with 10 and you counted on. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's a great way to count. And that's also a great way to build the number 18. Let's try another one. Okay, I'm going to do a magic number. And you figure out how many beads are on the top and how many are on the bottom. You can count as I move the beads. Now what are you noticing about our beads on the top and our beads on the bottom? Yes, there are still 10 beads on the top. And how many beads did I add to the bottom? I added 4 more beads. So now what number did I make? I'm hearing you all say 14. I made the number 14. I absolutely did. How did you count to find out that number was 14? Some of you said you know that 10 and 4 more is 14. I hear someone saying they counted on from 10. Let's do that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Again, you guys are coming up with great ways to count your beads. Let's move them out of there. Now I want to change the top row. What if I did this? What if I just took one bead away? Now, how many beads are over here? 9. Do we need to count those beads to make sure? No, we don't have to count the beads to make sure, because we know that if we take 1 away from 10, well, we have the number 9. So how many beads do we have on top? 9. There are 9 beads on the top of our Reckon Rec. Now, I'm going to make another magic number, and you tell me my number. What are you noticing about our beads on the top and our beads on the bottom? Yes, we do have 9 beads on the top. How many beads did I move over on the bottom? 6. That's right, I moved over 6 beads on the bottom. I want you to count. You can count in your head, you can count out loud, you can count to a friend or a stuffed animal or an adult at your home. Count to see how many beads we have all together. Did you say 15? Yes, there are 15 beads. Let's use our counting on strategy to find out for sure. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we know that one combination of 15 would be 9 and 6. Those two numbers together make the number 15. Let me do another magic number. Okay, let's try this one. What are you noticing about your beads? Yes, there are 9 beads on the top, and I added 2 on the bottom. Is that a little easier to count? Makes it quicker, right? How many beads do we have in all? Oh, I hear 11, 11, 11. Yes, there are 11 beads in all. Could you quickly count 11? Yes, we could use your counting on strategy and quickly say 9, 10, 11. So 9 and 2 are a combination of 11. That's right, there are more combinations of 11, not just 9 and 2. We could make that in a lot of different ways. But let's keep with the number 9 at the top and try another number. So now let's try this to make a magic number. What are you noticing about your numbers? Yes, there are 9 beads on the top and 4 beads on the bottom. Count your beads to tell me how many we have in all. What strategy could you use? Yes, you could use your counting on strategy. Start with 9 and count the next 4 beads. Did you say 13? Let's use our counting on strategy to make sure we have 13 beads. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, there are 13 beads. So we now know that 9 and 4 is a combination of 13. Yes, 13. Let's try again. Okay. I think I want to take one more bead away from the top. So now how many beads do we have on top? 8. Yes, there are 8 beads on the top of our Reckon Rec. Absolutely. Now I'm going to make another magic number. How many beads did I move over? 2. So how many beads are on the top? 8. And how many beads are on the bottom? 2. That's exactly right. Let's use our counting on strategy to see how many beads we have. We're going to start with 8, 9, 10. Yes, our magic number is 10. We have made the number 10. So we now know that 8 and 2 is a combination of 10. Great job. Let's try another. How many beads would you like to add? Oh, someone said 6. So let's add 6 beads. How many beads are on the top? Yes, there are 8 beads on the top. Now, how many beads are on the bottom? There are 6 beads on the bottom. And I like to keep my bottom ones spread out just a little bit so it's easier for you guys to count them. So, let's count to see how many beads we have all together. And I already heard someone say, Mrs. Potts, use your counting on strategy. So I think I'll do that. Will you help me? Count with me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many beads do we have all together? 14. Yes, we have 14 beads all together because we have 8 and 6. And 8 and 6 is a combination of 14. Let's see if you can figure this one out. What if I add one more bead? How many beads do I now have? Yes, now I have 15. How did you guys know that? Because I had 14 and I put one more there, and one more than 14 is 15. Now, how many beads do I have on the bottom? Yes, I have 7 beads on the bottom. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have learned that 8 and 7 is a combination for the number 15. Really good job. Let's move our beads over again. Do you know what I want to do? Did you say take a bead away from the top? I do. I want to take one bead away from the top. And now, how many beads do I have on the top? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we know there are how many beads on the top? 7. Yes, there are 7 beads on the top. I want to make a magic number. You tell me what my number could be. Now what are you noticing about your beads? There are 7 on the top, and how many are on the bottom? 8. That's right. What number did we just make? Somebody said 15 really quickly. How did you know that? Oh, because we had just done that already, right? Just before we did 7 on the top and 8 on the bottom, we had 8 on the top and 7 on the bottom. You're right. So now 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the combination of 7 and 8 are 8 and 7. Both make the number 15. I love it how we can switch around our numbers. Yes, that's so much fun. Let's try another one. What if I bring over 5? I like that number. Let's see. I'll bring over 5 beads. Now what are you noticing about your beads? How many are on the top and how many are on the bottom? Yes, there are 7 beads on the top and 5 beads on the bottom. Count your beads for me. Remember, you can count them out loud in your head to a friend. And yes, I'd like that. Thank you for reminding me. We're going to use our counting on strategy. Let's do that together. I think I heard some good numbers. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, there are 12 beads in all. So now we know that the number 7 and the numbers 5, they are both a combination for the number 12. When we put 7 and 5 together, we get the number 12. I love your ways of thinking about math. Let's try to do one more. Let's bring over. Now what are you noticing about your Rec and Rec? Yes, there are 7 beads on the top of your Rec and Rec and 3 beads on the bottom of your Rec and Rec. So count how many beads we have altogether. Yes, use your counting on strategy. Did you say 10? 7, 8, 9, 10. You are right. We have made the number 10. 7 and 3 is a combination of 10. Great job today, first graders. Today you have used your math tool called a Reck and Rec, and you used it to make combinations of different numbers. You can keep practicing at home by using your counters and making numbers by using different combinations. I can't wait to see you again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Seeing spots. We're ready to play our dot game. What animal is that on the screen? That's right, those are antelope. Good job if you knew those were antelope. How many? Let's count them. Let's use my pointer here and let's circle them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 antelope on the screen today. Fantastic job. Remember, when we play our dot game, what are the rules? That's right. We'll show you a card, and you're going to decide how many dots it is. And you're going to hold it tight in your head. It's going to go away, and then I'm going to ask, how many dots did you see? And you're going to scream it out and let me know how many you saw. And then we're going to put it back up, and we'll talk about how many dots we saw and the different ways we know that many dots were on the screen. Are your brains ready? We're warmed up from counting. We've reviewed how we play the game. Let's get started. All right, here is the first set. Okay, hold it tight, hold it tight. All right, how many did you see? I heard 5, 7, 6. Oh, okay, let's put it back up and let's check our work. All right, let me get my board so that we can draw the dots and talk about all the different ways we might have known how many dots that was. Let's see. All right, here's our dot pattern. Let's count them together. Are you ready? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 dots. That's right. You might have just known there were 6 dots. You might have just looked and said, that's 6. It's kind of like a dice turned sideways, so I know that's 6 dots. And if so, that's great. How else could we have seen 6? Oh, that's good. Okay, there's 3 dots on the top and 3 dots on the bottom. You might have counted and said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because 3 and 3. That does make 6. How else could we have seen 6? Oh, that's a really good suggestion. I heard instead of rows, columns. Columns of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could have counted by 2s. 2, 4, 6. And you might have said, that's how I knew there were 6 dots. Fantastic. How else could we have seen 6? Oh, I really like that. That's thinking back to yesterday. Let's talk about that way to see 6. That's a great idea. How many of you remember that dot pattern from yesterday? And how many was it? That's right, it was 5. And if I have 5 and I add 1 more, I get 6. So you might have seen it as 5 and 1. Who else saw it a different way? Oh, I like that. Okay. All right, so here we go. Here's our 6 dots. And I heard that we saw it as 1, 2, 3, 4, but we didn't know how to do the others, so we just counted them as 1. So 2, 2, 1, and 1. That also makes 6. Fantastic work today. All right, are we ready for a new pattern? I think we've done a lot with that pattern of 6. Let's look at another one. All right, are we ready? Here it comes. All right, hold it tight in your head. Tight, tight, tight. All right, how many? How many? Louder. Oh, I heard 6 and I heard 5. All right, let's put it up there and let's look and let's talk about it. All right, let me draw the picture. All right, here we go. Let's count them and see how many there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dots. Fantastic. How did you see 6 dots? I see that one too. Really easy. A set of 3 here, and a set of 3 here, and 3 and 3. That definitely makes 6. How else did you see 6? Oh, that's another really good thought. Some of you are still saying, it's still hard for you to see 6. I think today's the first time we've worked with 6, and you said you saw 2 here, and then 1 there that made it 3. And 2 here, and 1 there, and 2 and 1 is 3, and 2 and 1 is 3, and that gave you 6. Good thinking. How else might you have seen 6 with this set of dots? Okay, we didn't talk about that one on the last one. I see 4 across the bottom, and then 2 across the top, and 4 plus 2 also gives 6. So we've seen, let's review. We've seen 4 and 2. We've seen 3 and 3. We've seen 2 and 4, kind of 4 and 2 are the same thing. Are there any other ways that we could see? Oh, you're right. We did do 2, 2, 1, and 1. That's another way we saw 6. Anybody see anything else? We didn't do that one. Okay, let's put that one up there. This one might be a little bit harder to see. It's very creative thinking. All right, let's put it up there. I saw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 more and 5 plus 1 more. That does make 6. Good job. All right, let's put up another brand new dot pattern. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Are you holding your brain? Hold it tight, 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 tight. Okay, how many? 6? I hear lots of 6s out there. 6? Okay. I think lots of people are agreeing at 6. Let's draw it. Count them out. Here we go. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6. How did you see 6? That's right. That's very close to what we did last time. 3 here, and 3 here, and 3 and 3. Definitely makes 6. How else did you see 6? Oh, that's clever. Okay, so let me put up the one we had last. Let me go back to the one we had last time, actually. All right, here it is. Now watch what happens to that one on the right-hand side. Oh, what happened to it? It just flipped upside down. And if I take it and I had 6, and I just switch one of them, but I don't add any, and I don't take any away, how many are still there? There are still 6 there. That is one very clever way to see 6. All right, let's do one more. What's one other way with this set of dots? We've done 3 and 3. We've done, it was 6 before, it's 6 now. Some of you may have just known it was 6. What's another way? One more way we could see 6 using this set of dots. Oh, okay, I see that. 4 in the middle, like that. See the 4 in the middle? And then 5, 6. Boy, there sure are a lot of different ways we can see 6. Are there more ways we can see 6 than there were 5, 4, and 3? You're right. I think there might be. Y'all are doing a fantastic job. All right, let's do another set of dots. Here we go. All right, here comes a new one. Ready? Hold it tight in your brain. Tight, 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 tight. How many? I think you caught me. How many? I heard 6. Who wants to tell me how they saw 6? You're right. I was trying to be sneaky, but I can't fool you guys. We've already done this one today, haven't we? It's 6 again. It's still 6, just like it was 6 at the very beginning of our lesson. It's a dice turned sideways. All right, so somebody tell me one way we talked about earlier that we could see 6. What was your favorite way? I like that one too. I like 4 and 2 more, and that's 4, 5, 6. That's a great way to see 6. All right, so since we've already done that one earlier and you guys remembered it because you are so super smart,